Message from General Pepper. Priority 1.
We need your help, Star Fox. Andross has declared war. He's invaded the Lylat system and is trying to take over Corneria. Our army alone can't do the job. Hurry, Star Fox.
Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome to Let's Play Star Fox 64. Released for the Nintendo 64 in 1997, Star Fox 64 is the second entry into the Star Fox franchise, and this game is considered to be one of the best games on the Nintendo 64. This game did a lot back in the day. It introduced Rumble to the mass, as this game did include the Rumble pack for the N64, and since then, Rumble has been a standard in our controllers going forward. This game also did voice acting on the N64, which is a rarity on the system. The voice acting in this game is some really good and memorable stuff, and it's one of the biggest things that set this game apart compared to other games on the N64. I have a lot of memories with this game. I played a lot of the multiplayer growing up as a kid, and later on I did pick up the game on the Wii Virtual Console and play through the entirety of the single-player campaign. So I have a very special place in my heart for Star Fox 64, and I'm happy to be covering it here for the channel. Before we go ahead and look into the menus here, I want to go ahead and show off that on the title screen, you can actually control the 64 with your analog stick. So you can just make the characters just look all over the place, and it's a fun little interactive title screen. Let's go ahead and jump into the menu here. Before we start the main game, I want to go ahead and mention the training section here. The training section is a very detailed way of showing you how to play Star Fox 64, but we're not going to be covering this in the main Let's Play. I'm going to be showing this off in a separate video, so somewhere here on the screen there'll be a card appearing, or you can go ahead and check the link in the description below for an unlisted video showing off the training section of Star Fox 64. Similar to how I did the training section in Sonic Heroes, I'm going to be just making an unlisted gameplay only video of the training section of this game, simply because I believe that Star Fox 64 does a really nice job at explaining how to play the game in its main adventure. So I want to show off this training section, but I won't be doing it as part of the main Let's Play, simply for time reasons. So go ahead and check that link in the description below if you want to see the training played. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the main game.
Corneria, fourth planet of the Lylat system. The evil Andross turned this once thriving system into a wasteland of near extinction. General Pepper of the Cornerian army was successful in exiling this maniacal scientist to the barren, deserted planet Venom. 5 years later, General Pepper noticed strange activity coming from Venom. James McCloud, Pigma Dangar, and Peppy Hare of the Star Fox team were sent to investigate. Upon their arrival, Pigma betrayed the team, and James and Peppy were captured by Andross. Peppy barely escaped Venom and returned home to tell James' son, Fox, about his father's fate. A few years have passed. Andross has again invaded the Lylat system. General Pepper has turned to a new Star Fox team, headed by Fox McCloud, to save Corneria and free the Lylat system once again.
So jumping right on into things here, this is our world map. And as you can see, there are a lot of planets for us to explore here in Star Fox 64. You can go ahead and move around on the map screen by using the analog stick to get a better view of each planet you're going to be exploring. And we're going to be covering every single pathway of this game. As you can see, the path does branch here at the end of Corneria, so you can go either to the left or to the right. And in order to play through this game, there are 3 different pathways: an easy path, a medium path, and a hard path. But we're going to be focusing this Let's Play more as a level by level based playthrough, so I'm going to be showcasing every single level and showing off their alternate routes to get to different paths. But without any further ado, let's jump into our first level of the game, Corneria.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andros won't have his way with me.
Good luck.
Open the wing. Check your G-diffuser system.
Falco here. I'm fine.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
Flippy here. I'm okay.
I see him up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
So this is it, our first level of the game, Corneria. To go over the basics of the controls here, you go ahead and press the A button to shoot, and if you hold down the button, you can go ahead and do a charge shot. Charge shots are your best friend in this game, simply because not only do they lock on the enemies, but they also can give you batches of points. So if you kill multiple enemies in one shot, then you get an extra score added to your overall score of the level. This is important because we're going to be going for every medal in each course of Star Fox 64. In order to get a medal for a course, you need to have a certain score requirement, and those scores can either be really difficult or really easy depending on the level. Corneria is not too bad to get a medal in, but it really helps to use your charge shots. And throughout this playthrough, you're going to be seeing me use 2 variations of the charge shot. The one variation is the lock-on charge shot, where if you're just holding down the A button, you'll lock onto an enemy and then fire the charge shot as it's locked on. The other variation is the one that I'm going to be using a lot in Star Fox 64 here, and that's the non-locked on charge shot. And to do this, you have to hold down both Z and R, and then lock on is disabled. Doing this will allow you to charge up your charge shot and shoot them out much quicker, but you can also use this to your advantage, so you can go ahead and hit multiple enemies with this and get an extra score. Because if you destroy an enemy without directly hitting them, meaning that if you hit them by hitting a wall and the explosion of your charge shot still kills the enemy, you get an extra +1 added to your score. So you're going to be seeing that a lot in this playthrough. We're going to be using charge shots as much as possible to rack up as many points as we can. To go over the other controls, you can go ahead and use boosts and your brakes by pressing C left and C down respectively. You can go ahead and press the Z or R button to fly on your side. You double tap the button to do a barrel roll. And that's the basics of the controls. We'll also be getting other powers as well, like we'll be getting laser upgrades. So you get 1 laser upgrade, that will give you double lasers, and then you get another one, and then you get blue lasers, which do double the damage as normal charged up lasers. So throughout this whole playthrough, you're going to be seeing me just use blue lasers the entire time. These hyper lasers are fantastic. But we made it to the end of the level, so it's time for our first boss of the game.
Enemy robot, dead ahead.
Let's go. All range mode. So this is Star Fox.
And this is our first boss. This guy is very easy. Shoot his legs and then shoot him in the back and he's dead.
My Emperor! I failed you!
We're heading out. All aircraft report.
You did it! I was worried for a moment.
You're becoming more like your father. I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
So, since we killed that boss really quick, we got a plus 10 add to our score. So our overall score is 162. If you get over 100 points in the level, you get an extra life. So, that was really helpful, but more importantly, we have more than enough to get the medal here in Corneria. At the results screen, I'll be saying what points you need to get a medal in each stage. So, in Corneria, it's 150 points. Now, that boss can do a lot of other things, but we didn't give him the chance. If you just shoot that boss's legs, then he can't really do anything else. The boss walks around, tries to shoot you with missiles, but we didn't give him the chance. But before we move on to our next level here, I want to go ahead and retry Corneria because there's an alternate path. If you pause the game and then you hit retry, you can go ahead and play the level you just played once again. And now since we play Corneria, we can go ahead and skip all the cutscenes. The downside to doing this though is if you retry a course, you lose any laser upgrades that you got and you're reset down to 3 smart bombs. So I don't recommend doing retry course if you want to go into a new level with laser upgrades, because that is one of the hardest things to do in this game, is to get more lasers. So sometimes retry course can be helpful, but in other levels it's more detrimental.
Follow me, Fox.
So right there we did a very specific thing. So we cut ahead past the checkpoint back into the section here where we had the archways in the water. Fly through all of the archways, and then Falco will trigger the alternate route here of the path. So now we follow Falco here behind the waterfall, and now we're in a new portion of Corneria. And going this way, we'll fight a different boss as well. So now we have more than enough points once again to get the medal, and we're ready to take on the second boss here of Corneria.
Ah, someone wants to play.
Incoming enemy from the rear. Drop altitude.
Enemy shield analyzed.
Deploy all units.
So this is our second boss of the game. The objective here is to shoot off his little enemy dispensers here. You shoot off all 3 of the arms, and then the boss won't be able to shoot out any more enemies at you. So now all we gotta do is just shoot the body of the ship, and then this boss will go down in no time whatsoever.
Who are you guys?
We're Star Fox.
You'll never defeat Andros!
We're heading out. All aircraft report.
You did it! I was worried for a moment.
You're becoming more like your father. I'm fine. You okay over there, Fox?
So now for defeating this boss of Corneria, we got a mission accomplished at the end of the level. There's 2 different ways you can beat a level. You can either mission complete it or mission accomplish it. Mission accomplished means now we go on a harder path. If we get mission complete, then we haven't really done the main objective of the level, so we will be sent to an easier level in the pathway. But that was Corneria and every single one of its branching paths. We got the medal, we defeated both bosses, and we're ready to go on to our next level. But I want to go ahead and stick on the easy path, so if we go ahead and select our level, we can go ahead and either retry, proceed to the new level, or more importantly, change course. So now with that said, next time on Let's Play Star Fox 64, we'll continue on here on the easy path by going into the asteroid belt. I'll see you guys next time.